Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel for a 1/24th scale 80s vehicle special. And it's all stuff from movies and TV shows. And one of them's completely custom, and that's the Street Hawk bike. I've done a video on this bike on the channel, so you can look for that video and check that out and find out all the details of how I got my hands on it. But there's not many in the world, and it's I think 3D printed and really nicely done. Street Hawk's like my favorite thing from the 80s, my favorite thing from my childhood, full stop. The music, the show itself, the bike, characters, everything about it was just so cool to grow up in the 80s and see stuff like this on TV and Knight Rider. Unfortunately the light doesn't stay on very long, but it is really cool. I'm looking forward to taking some pictures of this. I wasn't sure what to do. I mean, each one of these pieces deserves its own video, but I thought I'd be here all day doing that. I've got masks to rehaul. I've got quite a few orders to do, so I figured I'd just do it all in one blast. And I can always come back and bring in more videos if you're interested in this kind of thing. I've got two other vehicles to the right of me that don't fit into the 80s. They're more 90s kind of vehicles, so I didn't want to include those in this video, plus there's no room on the desk now. But we got Ghostbusters, the Ecto 1, the fine piece, the 89 Batmobile. That's a beautiful piece. These are all die-cast metals, they're nice and heavy. You got the DeLorean from Back to the Future 1, and the Interceptor from Mad Max 2, I believe. Unfortunately, the lights on the front are just stickers, I think. It's just not very good, but the rest of the car is really nice. But in 1/24 scale, there may be a better option, but it'll cost a lot more money. None of these are that expensive. I think the most expensive was Ghostbusters, but everything else was like £22, £23, that kind of thing. I was quite surprised. There's the A-Team van, and obviously Knight Rider and Street Hawk. But absolutely awesome to be able to see all these together. I'll get the rotating base out and I'll show you them all turning, get the lighting looking nice, and we'll just enjoy and appreciate the fine work that's gone into making these and the inspiration behind them, obviously, with the awesome movies and shows. What's your favorite vehicle on the desk right now? I mean, I'll tell you, it's Street Hawk for me. That's my favorite. I just rode around on my BMX bike as a kid so much, listening to that. Well, not listening probably, but thinking of the music in my head. They never did release a Street Hawk soundtrack, I don't think. It's a killer because it's so good. You can listen to most of it on YouTube though. But yeah, I used to ride around thinking I was Jesse Mark on the Street Hawk bike, fighting crime. But yeah, in GTA 5, in the online mode, there's a bike called the Oppressor, and it's very much inspired by Street Hawk. They even called it Street Hawk at the GTA HQ when they were testing the bike before they released it online. And yeah, it's awesome because Street Hawk was filmed in LA. There's so many of the locations that they used to film the show are in the game, GTA 5, so you can really recreate some awesome Street Hawk stuff, which I have done using the GTA director mode. There's some of that on my channel. There's a cool shot right there. But yeah, what's your favorite? There's a few other things I was tempted by, but I don't know, they've got all kinds of stuff. They got Bumblebee from Transformers, you got Optimus Prime, 1/24th scale. I mean, there's so much stuff. All the Fast and the Furious cars, which I don't really like those movies, but some of those cars look awesome. I love muscle cars and stuff like that, so there's some good stuff out there. And there's so many different scales as well. There's some cool features on the 89 Batmobile. It kind of flips over here and you get the machine guns, whatever you call them. Just get them to stay in place. There you go. I believe you can, yeah, you can move the canopy bit forward and see the, what would you call it, a cockpit. So that just slides forward and slides back again. That's really nice. Looks great from the front. And some of the Batmobiles come with little Batman figures as well. I'm tempted, I don't know why I've hesitated for the last couple of days to get the animated series version. I have the animated series one in a smaller scale. And I was just thinking space wise, I've already got a lot of stuff in a very short space of time here and nowhere to put it. But I'll figure that out later. But I don't think I've got space to start getting animated series ones. There was even a Catwoman from the Bombshell series, I think, like a nice Cadillac purple and black. I was very tempted by that one too. And the dirty version of the Interceptor that's all kind of muddy and dusty. Mostly dusty. But I wasn't too impressed with how it really turned out. But yeah, it's because I was playing. What started all of this, actually, other than the Street Hawk bike, which was always going to happen someday, but playing the Mad Max game again on my PlayStation 4 made me want an Interceptor something, in the collection. And then that started spiraling out. I was buying that and I saw this underneath on eBay. I was like, ooh, Knight Rider, that will go nice with Street Hawk. And then, ooh, DeLorean, that will go nice. And it just goes on and on and on and on. Alright, starting out with Street Hawk on the rotating base here. And again, this is a completely custom piece, 3D printed. And I'm hoping the person who made this will one day do a 1/6 scale version, because I don't think it'd be that tricky to put together a Jesse Mark. The helmet, I think, would be the trickiest thing. Maybe the boots and the whole outfit, really. It's quite a simple outfit, but to get it exactly right, it's going to cost you some money, and you're going to have to find the right people for the job. But I'm sure it's doable. But this little piece here in 1/12 scale is pretty much good enough for me. I even made a little Jesse Mark to stand beside this, and you've seen that on the channel if you saw my collection tour videos and stuff. But yeah, beautiful piece. My favorite thing from the 80s, my favorite 80s vehicle, Street Hawk. And onto the 89 Batmobile. As it turns, we bask in its glory and respect its curves. Beautiful piece. I have an original Batmobile from 1989 when the film came out. Very small one. You know that typical kind of kids' toy car, small little cars. Got one of those from 1989. It's still in really good condition. It's always around here somewhere in the room. I can't see it right now, but it's probably behind me on the window ledge or something. But yeah, this is a nice little upgrade. Not that much bigger, 1/24 scale. Certainly not as big as the 1/6 scale Hot Toys version of this thing, but that's way too big for me to handle. So I'll just be happy with this 1/24 scale piece. Nice moving parts. The canopy opens up like I showed you. The flap with guns at the front. Wheels turn, obviously. And it's just a classic vehicle. Probably quite a few of your favorites amongst these that I'm showing you here tonight, I should say. The wee hours of the morning, to be exact. Probably about 3 in the AM. Alright, let's move on to the Ecto-1. Now, my one, I've just realised, has a little paint scuff. Right there, a little streak of red. And I tried scratching it off with my nail, but it wasn't having it. So I might have to try and fix that. I wouldn't mind, but this is the most expensive one out of the lot. The Ecto-1 cost me a little bit more than the other ones. They were all like £20. This one was a bit more than that. It wasn't too much more, but it was considerable. Yeah, it took me a day or two to decide to finally hit the buy it now button. And it's got a fucking red mark on it, you bastards. I'll be, well, it was brand new. I could tell when I opened it, so I can't really complain. There's another little scuff there. I bet I'm not the only one. There's a little red line above the door as well on the left-hand side. I think there's some little bits of dust I need to remove from the back glass. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not the only one. This is maybe quite a common little thing with these cars, especially one that's white like this. It's like bright white. So any little mark is going to show up on this. I'll try and fix it, but anyway, it's fine. Regular viewing distance. I'll figure it out, I'll just turn it the other way so you don't see that. But there it is, the Ecto-1. Glad it's here. Not so happy about the paint marks, but what are you going to do? You play the game. Sometimes you lose. Alright, now on to Knight Rider. Just one of the coolest things in existence. Always has been for me. It's not better than Street Hawk. And I don't have an Airwolf helicopter, unfortunately. I did look for that. There are some model kits for Airwolf. They look quite complicated, and I wasn't sure if I was going to have the patience for that. Maybe one day there'll be a little 1/12 scale, a 1/24 scale Airwolf, die-cast model that you could display alongside something like this kind of collection. That would be nice, because I loved Airwolf as well. There was another one that kind of passed me by. It was probably a couple of 80 shows that passed me by that I didn't see, but the main ones that I remember were Street Hawk, Airwolf, Knight Rider, the A-Team, Manimal, if you know what that is. Manimal. It's a dude who could turn into, God, I haven't seen it since the 80s. He could turn into a panther, a hawk, or was it What was the third thing he could turn into? No, I don't remember. I was going to say a bear? Why would he turn into a bear? Maybe he did turn into a bear, or am I getting mixed up? Did he turn into a skunk? A tortoise. Alright, Knight Rider. Brilliant. There it is. Oh, and look at the inside. You can see all the little... That's brilliant, the detail. I don't think you're going to be able to see that from this angle, so... But trust me, it's all there. All the little dials and things. Let's just get that red light happening. Whoa, 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 whoa. That noise it used to make. But yeah, Knight Rider's cool. You got a lot of options out there for Knight Rider models, cars, that good stuff. I don't think that license plate on the back is correct at all. I remember it being, was it blue maybe? Alright, hang on. Yeah, that's enough of that. Alright, now here is the A-Team van. And this was one of the, not as, hang on a minute, has that got another, what's that paint bit there? What is going on? And another one there. There's like these two black paint scuffs. What is going on? I've just noticed that. I've only just opened these out of the packaging, like literally before I sat down and started recording. So yeah, that's weird kind of metallic silver paint. It's not exactly easy to paint over this. I'd have to try and match it. That's going to be a pain in the ass. I honestly can't be bothered. I'm not going to. I mean, it wasn't that much. I think this was about 20 something, 23 pounds shipped. But yeah, keep noticing little problems. So maybe this one wasn't brand new. Got them all pretty much on eBay. I think I got one of them on Amazon. Right, there's the Interceptor. Beautiful, look at it. I haven't even seen the film it's from. Yep, I know. I've seen Fury Road, and that was fantastic. I watched it again recently because of playing the game. And yeah, unfortunately, I don't think you can get a version of the Interceptor from the video game in 1/24 scale, or any scale really. I'm not sure. I haven't seen one. I went looking. That was the one I wanted. I'd prefer that to this one because I haven't seen Mad Max 1, 2 or 3. If HMV was still around, there was one down the road from me. Aren't those lights terrible at the front? They're just stickers. That's shocking. That's just shocking. Beautiful car though. It's nice that it's here. Again, from standing back, regular viewing distance on the shelf, it looks fine. You know what it is. But yeah, if HMV was still around, I would have gone and got the Mad Max films by now and watched them. They're not on Netflix in the UK, or it's not on Disney or any of that stuff that I have. So I'm waiting for the opportunity to watch me some original Mad Max films. So I'm looking forward to that. And my save file, I completed Mad Max the video game after 7 years. Finally got it done. And then as soon as the credits rolled and it threw me back into the open world to just carry on playing and doing side missions, something screwed up and I can no longer access the garage in the game to upgrade my car. And it really pissed me off because I went through all that. I got my Interceptor, I can drive around in that, but the Magnum Opus, you don't know what I'm talking about. Those of you that do, just bear with me. The Magnum Opus, I can no longer access it. So I had to start a new game. So that's what I'm doing myself in between, well, masks and videos. And Rambo will be here soon, folks. The Sylvester Stallone shop 1/6 scale Rambo from the first film, First Blood. That will be here any day now. So stuff coming up. This has just been a nice little video showing you some cool vehicles from the 80s. My favourite is Street Hawk, like I said. Then second place I would give to Knight Rider. And then in third place, ooh, that's a tricky one. Whoa, sugars. Sorry, man. The tripod went all floppy. Oh, here we go. Right. Third place, maybe the DeLorean. I do love the DeLorean. And then in fourth place, oh, that's a tricky one between those two. The 89 Batmobile and the Ecto-1, and the A-Team van. I do like the A-Team van. Anyway, that's enough of that. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel. Plenty of stuff on the channel. Been going since 2007. Do videos pretty much every day, so you do the math. Subscribe, follow me on Instagram at DeanKnight323, and I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.